Welcome back to the Deep Digger Sports Pod. I'm your host, Drew. My other host right over there.
What's up? It's D. Good to see you again. Be sure to hit that like button, drop some comments below, let us know your thoughts, and more importantly, subscribe.
Yeah, today we're talking Shedeur Sanders because
Mm.
a lot of fans were already, riding him in like top pick, maybe top 2, top 3. Now there's these reports. Who was it on Rich Eisen show? Was it Feinbaum?
Was it Breer? I can't. I'm not sure. Well, you sent it to me. Let me see.
Let me see.
It's in our text chain.
Oh, it's Tom Pelissero. Okay. All right. Ready?
Yep.
But yeah, now there's reports, according to Tom Pelissero, that multiple scouts are not giving Shedeur Sanders a first round grade. And he's saying, don't be surprised if he, drops in the draft. So any truth to these rumors, you think, or you think it's kind of teams playing mind games a little bit?
How funny is it that the New York Giants were linked to Shedeur Sanders, and Shedeur Sanders was linked to them, and they give up draft position because they're stupid, and it looks like they might lose even more draft position. And all of a sudden, these rumors come out that multiple scouts are, hey, we don't know about this guy. Hey, we're unsure. Realistically, I think he's top 2 quarterbacks in this upcoming draft. I think that his traits really do translate over into the NFL. I think that it's him and Cam Ward, and after that, the draft really falls off a cliff, is quarterback wise. I think this is kind of bullshit.
Yeah. And the first thing I texted you when you sent me this, I was like, the Giants they're already working. They're leaking these reports to try to get him to drop. And I think we see this every season, where we see the quarterbacks at the top. There's a month or so where reports start coming out like, oh, we don't know about this guy. We're questioning this. We're questioning. Look, the C.J. Stroud thing
Jaden
they did.
Daniels
Yeah,
last
Jane
year.
Daniels, and it's really, I think, uh, a tough attempt by some team to get them to drop, to make other teams question. Uh, but I think you have to, in such a limited quarterback draft. Shador's going top 5, I think, which I don't. I'm one of the scouts because I don't have a first round grade on him, but I think in the quarterback needy world here, I think also in this video that Pelissero was on, Rich Eisen was saying there's like 8 teams in the top 10 that could go quarterback. So how do you those two things don't correlate? Not getting drafted high and teams being quarterback needy. He's definitely going to go at least top 10.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, like there's such a need and there's such a name that comes with it. Realistically, if you draft Shador, you're immediately getting a guy that a lot of people love or a lot of people find polarizing. Realistically, and so you get a buzz going. I think that it reinvigorates the fan base no matter where he goes. I think that again, it is going to be tough because you have the like, does he want to go here? Like, can we convince him to like be excited to come to whatever organization, insert organization here? But I just think that yeah, they're really working hard right now, and
I think you
we've
could
seen that.
argue you could
Go ahead.
argue Cam Ward could go before Shador. I'd understand that argument.
Yeah, I think that Cam Ward. I have some concerns about Cam Ward, but he is ultra talented. I think that for me, I think that the way he plays football, like so nonchalantly, I think that does not translate into the NFL. But I mean, you see, he has the arm, he has like that, he has so much talent. But you're gonna have to really get him to like take it seriously. Hey, this isn't Miami. You aren't playing in the ACC anymore. You can't just go out here be flat footed and throw it just because yeah, it is what it is. You're gonna have to take it seriously, dude. We're in the NFL. Everybody's good athletes here. Everybody's uber talented. You can't just get by on that anymore.
Yeah, and I know we were talking about this off camera, but I just wanted to get my take on Wax, put it on the pod. I think so. I saw someone tweet out Jackson Dart just made the Zach Wilson pro day throw in a game, and he does. He hits this crazy throw. I'm putting it out there right now. I think Jackson Dart is going to be a top 10 pick. I wouldn't be surprised if he went top 5. I think he's going to climb up boards like crazy. I think he looks like everything that scouts are going to be in love with, and people are just going to, he's going to be the guy that climbs really high in the draft. And I wouldn't be surprised if quarterback needy teams get desperate and overinflate his value to make him. I wouldn't draft him that high, but I'm saying I think in the NFL right now in this draft, especially if like I think Drew Aller is coming back, right? To
Yeah, Drew
college.
Aller's coming back.
So he's out the picture. What is the next guy? Milrow? I guess scouts could get themselves excited about that somehow, but I don't see that working out. I think Jackson Dart would be that guy to climb.
The one thing, like, there's a couple things with Jackson Dart that you could like. Realistically, he's huge. He's athletic. He's sneaky faster than like I expected watching Ole Miss this year. And at certain points, he's accurate. He is not a good quarterback. I mean, we watched him like he gave away that Florida game twice. Like they called back an interception. They're like, okay, reset. Hey, Jackson, you still have a chance to go out and win this game. And he throws another pick on the next play. Like he is not a good quarterback. But I think you're 100% right. I think that someone is going to look at him and be like, he has all of the traits. He's just like Josh Allen. Josh Allen wasn't that good in college. We can make this happen. But we're seeing that fail right now with the Colts and Anthony Richardson. With that, like Josh Allen was closer to an anomaly and never going to happen than the norm. That is like lightning doesn't strike twice. I think that you can't make a guy that wasn't a good college quarterback, a good NFL quarterback. And we've seen like Jackson Dart, like, yeah, they ran up the numbers against subpar teams, but I just don't think that he is all that great.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think his mental isn't that great for knowing the game and like decision making. Like we've seen him rattled, um, but his physicals, it's it's the give and take of the combine. Like you're gonna see some players do some crazy things, and you have to try to calm yourself down and be like, oh, well, if we could just figure out how to translate that to football on the field. But that's not really like how it goes a lot of the time. I mean, look at how many guys who were the fastest guy in the draft, breaking fucking records in the 40, just did nothing in the NFL. So
Mhm.
it really is that balance of like watching on film and in the combine. But I think quarterback, these teams they throw out all their morals. It's the pretty girl at the party that's giving you attention, you know?
Give me one margarita.
It's like, oh, she invited me to go hang out. I'm gonna go over here. And I don't care where I'm going, you know. So
I think realistically, I think QB3 in this draft should be Jalen Milrow. I think that Jalen Milrow has shown more as far as in big games. I think that he's better athletically. I think that he improved more as a passer from last year to this year. And you take that, and yeah, he's going to be pretty raw in his first year, but we always know that the from first year to second year in the NFL is a huge learning gap. I think that I would take that over Jackson Dart.
yeah, I don't know. I feel like I would probably go Jackson Dart there because I think Milrow is not a quarterback in my eyes. But you could also argue if you get both of them in like you're in the third or fourth round, and they're both there. I would take Milrow and say, well, if he doesn't work as a quarterback, we got a really good athlete here to kind of work in. So there's both sides of that.
Yeah, I think that. I mean, I think Jalen Milrow's shown more in college. I think that he has bigger wins. I think that he has shown that he has the ability to improve as a passer. I think each year he's been in the system, he's gotten better. And I think that goes a long way. I think that that should count towards your draft stock, your ability to improve. And realistically, he's shown that. And I think that if you get him in there with NFL coaching, yeah, I don't think that he's the best quarterback. Realistically, I was very like last year I shit on him. This year I ate my words and I was like, hey, you know what? And then I was like, never mind. I shouldn't have ate them. But I think that that goes a long way. And if you get him in the right system, he could end up being a guy because I think that he's shown the ability to be humble and to continue to work through. I mean, realistically, he could have bailed on Bama this year with Nick Saban leaving, Kalen DeBoer coming in, him not understanding like, hey, what is the offense truly going to be? And I think that him sticking in Alabama and just on his own getting a quarterback coach to help him improve, I think that that goes a long way.
This is NFL Draft Buzz, their current rankings as of January 3rd. Store Cam, they have Milrow third, and then all the way down here at ninth, it's Jackson Dart.
I could see him being a riser though, for reals. I think that you're right. There's always that random athletic guy that shoots up draft stock and who's a workout warrior. I think it is going to be Jackson Dart.
I think Carson Beck, number 5, is kind of crazy here, especially coming off the injury. I think he's a dropper in this draft. I think Dylan Gabriel is going to drop further in this draft. Will Howard, I could see a team selling themselves on Will Howard and being like, listen, he's a guy that potentially now is going to national championship. He's played at a good program in Ohio State. Like, I think he's going to interview well. Like, I think he's going to show, some flashes at the combine. And I think a team could be like, listen, maybe high floor, low ceiling.
I think the steal of the draft is going to be Curtis Rourke. I think that him coming off this ACL injury, it really does hurt his draft stock, but it's going to be amazing for a team that is like kind of has a stopgap quarterback and can really, I mean, that's going to be a guy who has a lot of football under his belt, who's played at a high level. I think that he's going to be a steal.
What about DJ Uyunglele?
Learn.
What
Get a
if
job,
there's
buddy.
a team? What if there is a team that is like, hey, 6th round DJU, the talent was there, the hype was always there. I know he was never ever good in college, but let's take a shot on him.
Maybe if
I'm
you're
gonna
thinking
predict
he's
this.
gonna,
I think DJU starts a game within his first 2 years, like on a bad team. Like a bad team, it's gonna be like a Spencer Radler situation. Like I think DJU starts a game in the NFL in the first 2 years.
I'm going to tell you right now, Spencer Rattler was way better than DJU ever was. Like, there's no comparison. You can't tell me that Spencer Rattler is on the same level as DJU.
They're not, but I think a team would be like, hey, he has talent. Trey Lance is starting the game over here this week. That'd be interesting.
Trey Lance was also the number 3 pick in the draft. Like, I
I know.
get
I
it.
was just saying Trey Lance. We should watch that game. All right, that's all we got for this week. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you next time.
Later.